Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, meus queridos e minhas queridas. Aqui quem nos fala é o Bolha, passando só para avisar que esse vídeo vai ter perguntas, comentários e respostas em inglês, e a legenda vai sair assim que eu tiver um tempo de fazer, mas fique tranquilo que ela sai. Se você quiser fazer, fique à vontade também, beleza? Por agora é só, bora pro vídeo. Good morning, Abaxial, Bolha here. Unfortunately today you didn't achieve the expected result, and you're still in kind of a comfortable position because you have one win more than Flamengo and one win more of Santos than Santos as of right now, but Santos still has a game today. Are you concerned about the fact that you have both tiebreaks lost already against Flamengo and Santos, or it doesn't really matter because if you guys win tomorrow against INTZ, you just guarantee your spot? How are you feeling about that? You have to win tomorrow situation.
So of course it's stressful, and it makes it harder to play the game. But yeah, ultimately we control our fate, and that's it's really simple. We just need to win. If we just win, the solution is always win your next game. The answer to all your problems is just win the next game. As long as that exists, as long as we still have that, then it's very simple. And I don't need to really care too much about the tiebreak situations or like, if PRG wins today, then we're in, or this or that. I don't care. I need to be focused.
Sounds good, thanks. That's always a good answer, you're right.
Hello, Abaxial. Good afternoon. Wesley Pereira from the Clutch Sports. So, what can Kabum take from yesterday's and today's defeats to keep the qualification for the playoffs from escaping into duel against IMTZ?
What can we take from today's losses? I think yesterday we tried the sonoteric thing. It was a bit of experimentation. It didn't work. Today we had a bigger problem. Today, we lost a lot of our proactivity in the game. We made very obvious, silly errors that we shouldn't have made. And that's happening for other reasons. That's not because we're stupid or, we don't understand the game, or because we had, didn't like the draft or anything. Like, none of those were the problem. The problem lies elsewhere. And that is a little concerning.
Thank you.
Hi, Abaxial, Thiago from Wild Star, Belo Horizonte. What do you think it was the main reason for your defeat today? Today's defeat?
I think we lacked proactivity in the game. I think that we weren't good enough at calling what we wanted to do, and sort of just everyone understanding what their jobs were around that, and sort of like thinking one step ahead. Like, we were kind of saying like, we want to do this, we want to do this, but it wasn't like everyone was sort of like, okay, this is my part in that. This is how I, play around that, all of that. And then we didn't anticipate their plays at all. We didn't, even though like they made some of them very obvious. We were dying to ganks when people had wards, for instance, stuff like that.
Okay, thanks.
Abaxial, Bolha here once more, and I actually have a different question than most common questions. On the beginning of the year, you are with Innova on the Girl Game World Festival in Dubai, and you guys got third place over there. That was in itself a very challenging tournament because of external factors and other things, and as well for the level of the competition. You also been through Redemption, Red Canids, Skate, TSM, and other teams. How do you think that Girl Gamers Festival experience will add to whatever you already have as a baggage, and add up in order to help Kabum's playoff situation, like to win on the playoffs?
Well, when I was working with, Innova at the Girl Gamer Festival, obviously, like, these were more amateur players rather than professional players. And so they had smaller champion pools. They didn't have as much diversity in the game. So, it's sort of drafting with more limitations, trying to find solutions when you don't have, like, you can play, like, 10 different champions. No, this person plays, like, 2 champions, 3 champions, something like that. And, it's about, like, trying to find ways to, or arrange that, ways to like protect your weaknesses. That was kind of interesting, and it is always a lesson in, how do you protect your weaknesses as a team. I think that, it was just a different reflection of that. But even for the best teams in the world, they still always need to sort of find ways to protect their weaknesses. So yeah, I would say that it was just another illustration of that lesson, which always is useful to have.
And do you think that's gonna help Kabum on the playoffs? Like that extra knowledge, that extra skill, per se.
Experience always adds up. I think that sometimes it can be hard to point to one little thing, just because it gets so complicated. There's so much in there. But you never truly lose anything. It always stays with you, even if you're not realizing it. So yeah, the experience is there. It might change my decisions. Allow me to see something I wouldn't have previously, even if I can't like put my finger on it. Because it's just something quick that happens in the moment in draft or in the moment in discussion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Thanks, my friend. And by the way, congratulations for the Innova results.
Thank you.
Hello, Abaxial. How are you doing? Vitor Ventura from Mais Sports. Abaxial, how much are you concerned thinking about these bad results Kabum is getting in this final weekend of regular season, as we say?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't stressed out at all. But, it would be worse if we had lost, or it'd be worse if we lose tomorrow. All of those things. It hasn't reached the lowest possible point yet, and so that keeps me positive. That keeps me thinking, looking for a solution. And then as long as that's open, then there it is. Just win your next game, like I was talking about earlier. Yeah.